Hey companions, Tommy here, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 Stargate SG-1 moments that changed everything. I'm not just going to be talking about the biggest episodes or the best scenes or even necessarily the most pivotal lines of dialogue. This is about the single moments that led to everything being different. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the discovery of the ZPMs.
What? ZPM. He's Canadian. I'm sorry.
In the episode Lost City, Jack is once again overloaded with all the knowledge of the ancients in the hopes that it will help them overcome Anubis' attack on Earth. But, and this is a big moment, he discovers a power source right here. This is when he takes the ZPM out of the floor. We have no idea what Jack is doing yet, but if we fast forward all the way through to the big battle, then we learn that it's actually a super battery capable of powering a weapon that will help them overturn the tide of the battle and win the day. Beyond that, we come to learn that this super battery is actually an energy source capable of powering an entire city. And I'm not just talking about the grid of New York, I'm talking about a megacity that's capable of submerging underwater, generating a massive shield, or even flying through space. That's right, the ZPMs would later become one of the most significant MacGuffins in the SG-1 spin-off show Stargate Atlantis. Game changer. At number 9 is a moment in the Season 2 episode 1969. The episode begins as all episodes tend to. Everything is well and normal in the SGC, and the team are about to set off on another mission. But Hammond gives Sam a piece of paper and we think nothing more of it. Then moving forwards and bam, we're in the 60s. We already knew the Stargate could travel you through space, but now time? What? Now what? Well, the team should be fine as long as they don't step on any butterflies or convince the US military that they're actually Soviet spies. Right, Daniel?
Wie sowieckie szpiony?
Нет?
Okay, so time travel is fun, SG-1 gets to dress up in some cool outfits, they drive around in a crazy van, but what's the moment that changes everything? There, go back, there. The campfire flare-up. Sam is deep in thought, thinking about how they can get out of this crazy situation when suddenly the campfire flares up slightly. Look, let's just pause it right here. So in this moment, she connects the dates from Hammond's note to solar flares and learns how to use the Stargate to not only travel through space, but also through time, thus allowing SG-1 to go back to the future. Never mind, you get it.
Great Scott.
For number 8, let's go back to Season 1. We've seen the 1994 film with Ra and the Pyramids of Abydos, and then the show introduced us to Apophis and several other Goa'uld War system lords. And everything is centered around the Egyptian pantheon and the general theme of ancient aliens.
Is it coincidence? I think not.
Enter episode 10, Thor's Hammer. Daniel theorizes that if what we thought were Egyptian gods were actually aliens, then what if the Nordic gods were too? And better yet, based on the tales of heroism, what if they could actually be allies? And what if Thor's hammer was a weapon that could be used against the Goa'uld? Well, that's a lot of questions and a good theory, but it's actually this moment in the episode where we first meet Thor, well, Thor in disguise, that we learn that Daniel's actually right.
I am Thor, Supreme Commander of the Asgard fleet.
Yes, it's a hologram and we don't see the real Thor just yet, but at this moment, we realise that we've just seen the tip of the iceberg. And from that moment on, the writers gave themselves a blank canvas to draw from all cultures around the globe. Okay, honestly, the next one was a huge sigh of relief, because coming in at number 7 is the revelation that not all Goa'uld are evil. I know, it sounds pretty obvious now, but hindsight is 2020, and before the Season 2 episode In the Line of Duty, we were led to believe that the Goa'uld were a pure evil race of system lords hell-bent on ruling the galaxy. So when Sam Carter tried to resuscitate a fallen man during that cold open, our collective jaws dropped when her eyes glowed in that familiar Goa'uld fashion. But something seemed different about this Goa'uld, and it wasn't until we saw Tilt's reaction that we realised something was different. Take a look.
I am Jolinar of Malkshore.
That's right, we were introduced to Jolinar of Malkshore and the Tok'ra, a group of rebel Goa'uld that are more compassionate than their System Lord counterparts. It changes everything we thought we knew about one of SG-1's most persistent foes, and it introduces us to one of their strongest allies. At number 6, we've got the X-301 Interceptor's maiden voyage. Picture this, a Frankenstein's monster of a ship, cobbled together from parts from an old Goa'uld death glider and some of Earth's most cutting-edge tech. It's a DIY project MacGyver himself would be proud of. And there it is, soaring through the sky. Sure, it isn't perfect, but oh boy did it pave the way for some seriously cool spaceships. Fast forward to the Prometheus and those sleek BC-304 warships, and the SGC wasn't just about gate travel anymore. We were taking the fight to the stars. At number 5, let's talk about Ancients and the whole Ascension thing. Threads blew our minds with Daniel just chilling in the Astral Diner, having a coffee with the embodiment of evil, no biggie. Until this point, we look at Ancients like a kind of perfect version of humans. They've been there, done that, ascended to a new plane of existence. Great, good for them. It's something for us to aspire to. But one simple moment changed all of that. It happened right there. Did you catch it? Let's go back and pause there. That moment, that single look is worth 1,000 words. With Omer's guilty glance, we learn that ascended beings, the Ancients, they're just like us, they're flawed, they make mistakes. For me, this one look changed my whole perspective of the Ancients. They've got some pretty serious baggage too. Number 4 takes us to the heart of the Jafar Rebellion. Now, ever since the pilot episode, we know how Teal'c rebelled against Apophis, joined SG-1, and is fighting on the side of good. Awesome! But all the other Jafar we meet are enslaved and devoted to their system lords. That's until this moment in Bloodlines when we meet Master Braytak. Well, actually, when we first meet him, we think he's captured SG-1 while Teal'c is searching through the wreckage of his home. But this moment, when Teal'c and Braytak are reunited, and we realise there's much more to this story than we originally thought.
Tekmate Braytak.
It sets up the next 8 years of fighting back against the System Lords and eventually leading to a free Jaffa nation. Coming in at number 3, we've got the 5th race. Jack gets a brain upgrade from the Ancients, which is pretty cool until we realise it would probably kill him. Then we meet the real Asgard. They tell us they've been watching us. Not in a creepy way, more like a Santa Claus kind of way, don't read too much into that. But in this moment, they acknowledge humanity's potential. We're not quite ready to step up to the cosmic plate and sit at the cool kids table just yet, but they let us know that we're well on our way and there's a seat waiting for us. It's implied that one day humans can become the 5th race. Get it? That's why they named the episode. Never mind, just roll the clip.
You have already taken the first steps towards becoming the 5th race.
At number 2, the Torment of Tantalus gave us our first glimpse at the alliance between the Ancients, the Nox, the Asgard, and the Furling. This space UN symbolised a unity of purpose between some of the galaxy's most advanced races, and set a precedent for cooperation and peace that would inspire countless generations. This moment when Daniel first enters the meeting room on Heliopolis, he starts to put it all together. The languages, the historical context of Heliopolis, Ernest's diary, it all starts to make sense.
I believe this room is some sort of meeting place where 4 alien races, denoted by the symbols and distinctive writing on the walls, would gather, possibly to share knowledge or discuss relations like a United Nations of the Stars. Catherine agrees.
And you know, I really sympathise with him wanting to stay there. Imagine walking into a room and being told the actual meaning of life might be in there. You could share it with everyone and maybe even bring about world peace, and you have to go because the weather's pretty bad and you would probably die. So close. Obviously we meet the Asgard, the Ancients, the Nox and the show, but we never see the Furlings. Let me know in the comments below what you think that they look like. In my opinion, they either look like the Ewoks or Cthulhu and nothing in between. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, please consider hitting the subscribe button for more videos like this, plus interviews with the actors and creators of some of your favourite sci-fi shows. And of course, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video or live event. And at number 1, the moment we learned that a woman's reproductive organs are on the inside and not the outside. Okay, that was a joke. To be honest, we just wanted to pay homage to Stargate's long-running relationship with The Simpsons.
Stargate SG-1.
Oh, that. It's over there.
Stargate! SG-1! Stargate! SG-1!
And the real number one, the realization of the stellar drift. This moment in the pilot with Sam and Daniel talking is incredible. Not just because it's two characters that we know will go on to become great friends meeting and talking for the first time, but also for the fact that they make one of the most important discoveries of all time, and that Jack still needs them to spell it out for him. Once Carter and Daniel account for stellar drift, it opens up the possibility for millions of combinations of gate addresses, which means the potential for millions of episodes.
In a few thousand more years, it won't work between Earth and Abydos either.
Unless you can adjust for the displacement.
Right, now with this map as a base, that should be easy. All we have to do is correct for stellar drift. Then, I should be able to arrive at a computer model that will predict the adjustments necessary to get the gate working again.
One moment that turned a pretty cool movie into a beloved series. You see, with the Stargates of the Milky Way, with 38 symbols and 1 point of origin, by identifying 6 constellations in space, a single sextangulation point can be interpolated, and then now have the potential for 41,410,215 destinations, or episodes. Now that's a lot of Stargate.
So, the Stargate can go other places?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, it could.
There you have it, folks, our picks for the top 10 Stargate SG-1 moments that changed everything. Did we miss any of your favourites? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to be part of the decision making for future top 10 lists, then please join our incredible community on Discord. There's a link in the description below and we'd love to hear from you. But until then, I've been Tommy and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.